Hey guys, AnnaSimsTV here, and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome, or however you pronounce it. This is part 3, and last time we left off with a flashback to our grandpa, and we just found out that we're gonna get his estate, and our father doesn't seem so happy about that. So let's get started. Grandpa?
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather, the way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older. Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said he wasn't feeling too good again. Hang on, the music's a little loud.
Is that so?
Oh no, I didn't read that.
Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
True. Yeah, so what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy says that there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go.
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Yes. Oh, is it a toy? Is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course. He placed the toy in my hands with a smile. I inspected it carefully. It was beautifully crafted, and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive, and it can be a light night for before you sleep. He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Hang on. No,
You want to make toys as well?
Why can't I enter the audio? Oh, this is auto. Well, I'm stupid. You want to make more toys as well? Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
His voice reminds me of a voice actor from Pokemon. Like, I think he sounds like Professor Oak to me. I don't know why, but he just does. That makes sense. That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it in the same way, though.
Your father. I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
Oh my god, he's such a sweet grandfather. He bent down to look at me eye level, with a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he likes this though. I don't know why he's like that though. Like this.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past, but it's nothing that you should be concerned about.
So I guess they had like a falling out. I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained for some reason from saying a word on the subject matter. But it was clear that whatever happened set up a wall between them. It's hard though, trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you. Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
You're so sweet. How can you be so sure of that?
Because we'll be right here and here.
Oh my god, did you just like point to her forehead and her chest like an ET thing? Like, I'll be right here? Oh my god. He pointed his fingers to my head first and then pointed it at my chest. Oh my god, this is so cute.
So stay strong, promise?
For a moment, he looked almost sad, pleading. But as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and he was all smiles once again. Promise. Upon hearing that, my grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
All right then, enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Homemade desserts? I'll race you to the kitchen.
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
Oh, we're back to his grave. This is not... You willed me the very home I loved to see you in. Why? Why would you think I'd be ready to take it? Especially after this. A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing? Talking to a grave. My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized that I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheek. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
But you're not wearing black clothes, you're wearing a green suit. And she is wearing a blue shirt with a blue bow and a blue vest. Gathering my courage, I decided then that it was time to talk. Dad, could I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Why do you want me to move into the estate so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes? Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
But it's so sudden. You just decided so quickly right after the funeral. Yeah, that's true. Like, he's not a nice father.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
What kind of father talks like this to his child? Especially his daughter? But just saying that maybe we could talk about it a little bit about, whoa. I rushed that sentence and it did not work. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit more about my future. In reply, my father rubs his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot. That is what we talked about before, yes?
He's one of those fathers. Okay. But what if...
Stop mumbling!
He's mean. He's very mean. But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company. Our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
Wow. Ellipses. He came closer to me, and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
Will I? Will I really? For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Well, everything seems fine and daddy to you. Oh, dandy. Whoa. Ha ha, I looked at them like, that does not sound right. Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
Look at her face. Wow. What? It's like nothing even happened at all. Like you just ignored the fact that he's no longer here. He looks sad now.
Do not raise your voice at me.
Well, this is going downhill real quick. What did he ever do to deserve this? Do to you to deserve this? My father's face hardens, crossed his arms, and erupted in an angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
Well then, it makes him sick. Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead while everyone was grieving? You were holding yourself back from laughing in everyone's faces? Do you feel just a bit happier seeing him lie in the graveyard? Oh my God. If there was face cam right now, you would see the utter shock on my face. A flash of rage crossed his face, and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut!
Oh my god.
You did not know my father! You did not know what he was capable of!
Capable of? What it?
Is everything alright? What happened?
Her face. The mom looks like, I don't know. Nothing. I'm not hungry. I think I'll just go upstairs.
Honey, wait!
I turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. I feel so bad for her. How did things become like this? My cheek still throbbed. I tentatively stood up and looked at the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. What am I saying? Tears formed in the corner of my eyes, but I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry for the second time today. I had to be stronger than that.
Are you alright? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though, and I don't want you skipping any meals. Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat. We haven't been able to make any decisions this entire episode.
You're not telling me the whole story.
Oh. I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
Ellipses. I don't want to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done, but at the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
I feel so bad for her. Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed to do something, anything, to get off my mind, to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking any more about the pain radiating from my cheek. I was going to move to my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I'd be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags, pulling them out onto the floor of my room, then began to empty my drawers and cabinets so that I could bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. That's not what the background tells me. The background tells me you have books and lots of stuff. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoted. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoted to them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If it were going to be my new home, it would have to feel like it, one way or another. I was going to make it a home. As I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. I'm going to cut out that part before that because a song played that I don't know if I'll be able to leave in the video. I'll look at other people's videos and see if they left it in, but if they didn't, then this part is not staying in there. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it, while slowly easing myself onto my bed. Who could possibly be calling? One of your friends?
Hey Anderson, you there?
It's Yuzu. Anyways guys, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. We definitely have 20 minutes or so of footage, and I'm really wondering if I should leave that song in there. I'm probably not going to, for copyright reasons. But I don't monetize my videos because I don't have a YouTube partnership, so I don't know if that really matters or not. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe if you liked what you saw. So yeah, remember guys, it's not just my channel, this is your channel too. Bye!